Where is the chat? Okay, I guess that will do. Hopefully, the sound is good. All right, so tonight I have two ideas. I can try to continue uh, last week's. Okay, thank you. I can try to continue the Darth Vader story, or I can try to write a short D&D like story about a bounty hunter that I played with some of my friends a couple of months ago. I don't know which one I want to do more. Let's see. What do you think? If I was gonna do this one, the idea would be like after the scene where he fights Luke, and Luke flees, then he goes straight into, or we go straight into Vader uh trying to make a new suit maybe, and meditate on now being the Emperor, and then Tron returns, because remember Tron wasn't in the original movies, and they explained it, I think, because he was very far and lost in the galaxy, and then he returned for uh what was it, heir of something. What was the book that he returned? Star Wars, heir to the Empire. He's the antagonist for that trilogy. So I can fuse that together and say that Tron returns, and now Vader and Tron are gonna run the Empire. Maybe practice with the bounty hunter one. Okay. Yeah, that's a different story, and I should know the character because I played it for like a year, 2 years. So I should know the character. Uh, okay. Yeah, so the Death Star is destroyed, uh, but Palpatine is no more. and Vader will be the Emperor, and he has to flee also and regroup. My thought was that he was going to go to Mustafar and then meditate there. Now that he doesn't have Palpatine uh, in the way, he can actually get a better suit, one that actually helps him. He's not in pain as much, maybe, and is more powerful, not weak to the lightning that his previous suit was. That route to make him like actually as strong as he can be, because we know that his connection to the Force is weaker than than when he was Anakin, because he's barely human at this point. But a new suit will be good, since I cut his hand yet again on the previous story. But I guess we can do that next week. And today we can do the bounty hunter one. Nathan Jones. It's a combination of Indiana Jones and Nathan Drake from Uncharted. So let's see. Right here, I got some scenes. He wakes up with some banging on the door. He's staying on an inn in a town. And then a giant, like the kid of giants, enters and pins a mission on the board that his puppy is missing. And after accepting the mission, Nathan does a quick check of his inventory and takes a horse and goes in the direction of where the mission says the people that took the puppy went. Then he takes a. I never thought of Indiana Drake. No. Yes, it's a combination of both, but I never thought of naming him Indiana Drake. I don't know. To me, Indiana sounds like a girl, so I would have made a female character. And maybe I can. Maybe I can make a different bounty hunter for another, maybe a one shot that is Indiana Drake. I don't know. It could be an option, but Nathan Jones was always the name that I had for that character. So after Nathan walks and it's nighttime, he sets up camp, but some bandits attack him. They give him a lead to the poachers. I don't know if that's the right uh, word. People that take animals and sell them or sell the parts, like the people that take the horns from rhinos and stuff like that. Uh, but yeah, he can't take a long rest, so he just stays up all night and has to uh, find the puppy that night. So it's literally wake up, uh, accept the mission, go do the mission, and then he finds the puppy and returns and gets paid. So let's see here. Puppy. Oh, with the puppy. That's what you get when you got a Latino talking in English. Puppy. The dog. He's gonna rescue a dog. So I'm gonna start with the focus session. It's probably gonna, I think it's 20 minutes and then a break. And I'm going to put some melodic music to focus. Uh, Let me lower the volume of this one. And let's go 3, 2. I usually don't edit when I'm writing, and I don't look at what I wrote. I think that I wrote the right thing, but thank you. ¿Cómo se dice huésped en inglés? I'm sorry, but sometimes I forget the words. Okay. All right. That was the first very short scene. The second one is where the giant host the other hosts. Okay. The other guests. Okay. Yeah, that sounds more like it. Guests. All right. So now the giant is going to enter and pin the mission. The main room is like in an inn. It will be where all the people are eating, and there's a bar. I need. There might be a specific name for that. Okay. So he's waiting for him. That's that sounds wrong to me, but you get the drill. I don't know what that was. Another mission. Wow, I didn't put the focus. Oh man, I don't know how long I've been here in this world. Uh, Whatever. Let me then. Another random mission. I don't know. Uh, Join the army. Not for 10 minutes ago. Okay. So 8 more minutes until the break is fine. Last time it was like 20 and then a break, so it's fine. Okay. Well, that's something. It's kind of a story. So next, I need to make this one shorter. Or, I mean, I could just skip this part and go straight into he is going in the direction that Rocky told him to go. And he sets camp and he's attacked by the bandits. I can just skip this one because I got, let's see, one, two, three, four scenes, and I want to be able to kind of write this story tonight. I don't want to leave anything for another session. So I can just skip this and then, yeah, then I can go straight into that. This writing without really thinking about it is entertaining to me because I have been preparing so much to write a book for years. I'm sure my friends are tired of hearing me say that I'm going to write this book. And it's been like 6 years and I haven't published anything. So, world building is a bitch. Doing this is nice. Sorry for that, cracking my knuckles. Okay, let's see. We hydrated ourselves and we can go into the next three scenes try to make them really fast, barely anything, barely thinking about anything, just whatever kind of makes sense. Let's see now. Okay, this time I am going to, let's see. It can be useful creating on the go sometimes. The world doesn't always have to be fleshed out, only what's on the paper so far. Yeah. Yeah. I usually, most of my blocks are because I'm thinking too far ahead and I'm trying to make sense of what I'm writing right now with something that hasn't been written yet. And that kind of blocks me a little bit because I'm trying to be too perfect or trying to link things that don't need to be linked yet. I'm learning patience with myself. So, but this uh the the professor the presenter of a class that I had yesterday called it soltar el lápiz. Let go of the pen. Just let it flow. Just don't think about it and just write. She gave us some exercises and told us you have 5 minutes. Write about this, and all of us were just like writing super fast in 5 minutes because she was gonna ask for us to say or read what we wrote in those 5 minutes. That was nice. So, okay, let's start. Okay. Well, uh, I spent more time than I thought on that little scene. I'm gonna pause it and whatever. I'll stay here a little longer. Oh man, I was trying to play D&D at the same time that I'm writing, and I'm like, okay, so he rolled this and he hit them, and he rolled high on the second shot, and that means that the gun does this magic that the lightning bounces from one to the other, because that's kind of like the gun that I had at the end. It was like an electricity gun, a magic pistol that the DM allowed me to have at the end. Uh, so it is his nickname is gonna be like Nathan Jones the Thunderstruck or something like that because that's the name of the gun. Uh, but anyway, all right. So Nathan follows the trail, finding the poacher's hideout where a bunch of beasts are in cages. One in particular has a dog that fits the description except for one. Okay, let's see. Take care, man. Thank you for joining. Okay. So the last scene is just gonna be him getting into town with the wolf, Rocky, very excited to have the wolf back. Mhm. What is this? I have a house, dude. Leave me alone. Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. And to finish the stream, I'm just gonna read this. Remember, guys, this is practice. This is practice, and the story, I did not do any research, it's not edited, it's going to be bad. But you have to allow yourself to be bad, otherwise, you won't tell any stories. So, let's see. I'm looking now for some country western, no copyright, but it has to be like ambient. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Alright. Well, here we go. Nathan awoke to a knock on the door. The housekeeping lady always got up too early for his liking. Housekeeping? He wished she could get the message that this room was out of bounds. But he woke up anyways and opened the door. Morning, Minerva. No need to clean today. I'm going to stay in. She looked at him up and down and said, I don't think so. You have been in there for 3 days straight. Mr. Dionysus says you need to pay up before you stay another night. Nathan sighed. Fine. Tell him I'll take a mission in a few minutes. Just let me get dressed. Hurry up. The other guests are complaining about the smell. He rolled his eyes and closed the door. When Nathan walked into the main hall, Mr. Dionysus was already waiting for him. Well, look what the cat threw out. You ready to do some work? Nathan didn't say anything and instead just pointed at his feet while he walked towards the mission board and then gave him a look and that said with all the love in the realm, I'm going to. He read some missions, orcs in the south, simulacrum test, assistant needed, join the army. Pass, pass, most definitely pass on that last one. That was nothing good. In that moment, the door opened loudly and a kid, a giant kid with a backwards hat, walked in. If Minerva thought Nathan smelled, it was nothing in comparison to this freak of nature. He stepped back when he saw the kid was walking towards the board and looked at Dionysus. Do you know him? Barely. That's Rocky, the kid of the giants that live uptown, outside the walls. We barely see them enter the city. They both saw that the kid, Rocky, stuck a torn leather patch with some crude writing. Nathan walked closer and read, Puppy missing. Reward after I see him safe. Looking back, he said, "Well, looks like I found myself a job for the day." Nathan had been going in the direction Rocky told him for half a day now. Both him and his horse were tired. He decided to look for an area with a big tree and set camp. He tied the horse to the tree and took his tent out. But of course, he couldn't even finish that when a group of men approached him. They came from the forest, three of them. A big, fat one, likely the leader. The other two were too sickly looking to be in charge of their own diet. "Evening, traveler," said the big one. "Evening. I hope I'm not intruding into private territory." But he knew it wasn't. This land outside the walls didn't belong to anyone but the beasts. "Oh no, not at all. We do, however, charge a fee to sleep safely. You see, the beasts are wild in these areas. We take care of them for you, so you can sleep like a baby," he said with a wide grin. "So this is how it was going to go. Listen, buddy, I barely have enough copper to pay my innkeeper, so I'm afraid you won't be getting any payment for your service today. Call it a service to the community." "Afraid we can't do that," he said while gesturing to the other two to surround him. Nathan hated wasting energy in punks like this, but the job was the job. And a loud crack deafened everyone near him when he shot Thunderstruck. The pistol cracked with electricity and hit the big man straight in the chest. The other two ran to him, knives at hand. He rolled and shot again. Crack! The bolt bounced from one to the other this time. Both men fell face first. Nathan walked to the big man who was gasping for air and said, "I guess you are going to provide service to the community. Now, have you seen a dog?" This music is not that great for the scene. Let's see. All right. Well. It wasn't hard to find the cages after walking for a while. The beasts were loud and they were angry. "I get it. I would also like to be to be alone in my bed." He debated the idea of letting all of them go right now, but he was one and wouldn't would not be able to face them if they decided to attack their liberator. So he looked for the dog instead. The description said it was a black dog with a scar eye. What he found instead was a thing of mist. The cage was big as a house, and so was the beast inside, a gigantic black wolf. In contrast to the other beasts, this guy was calm and looked looked at him as in asking, "You gonna try something?" Nathan looked Nathan took the piece of leather that Rocky pinned to the board. The smell was still strong. When he got closer and showed it to the dog stood up. Nathan walked closer to the lock. "So I'm taking you to Rocky, okay?" And the one good eye looked less aggressive. It took a good minute to pick the lock, but he got it. The dog came out slowly, looking like confidence incarnate. if confidence looked like it could tear you in half in one bite. Okay, well, we can get going this way. But the dog didn't follow him. The dog didn't follow him. He waved the leather patch again, but the dog, wait, come on, music. This isn't what I, let's do this one again. Sorry, guys. He waved the leather patch again, but the dog looked at the other beasts instead. Listen, buddy, I can't control them. They would just kill me before I could take you back to town. As if he understood him, the dog, the wolf, gave a loud howl. He felt his very bones shake. When the dog was done, all the other beasts were quiet. The dog looked back at Nathan and nodded to the cages. All right then. When they arrived to town, everyone parted ways. He couldn't blame them. He saw how this guy kept a bunch of beasts quiet by himself, some of which were behind them in a line. Rocky yelled from the distance, "Puppy!" And the wolf walked to him. It looked resigned, as if he was taking care of the kid instead. That tracks, Nathan said to himself. Hey, Rocky, I got your puppy back. He's a good boy. When he said that, Nathan swore the wolf gave him a look that said, Don't you dare call me that again. How did you lose him anyway? Nathan said. Oh, Puppy just likes to wander around. Pups wasn't around yesterday, so the bad guys took him, I think. Anyways, here, Dad said to give this to whoever helped. It was a backpack filled with coins of all types, mostly copper, but there was some gold and silver also. Bye, little Hatman, and they left. Okay, well that's it. Tell me what you think. I know it's not great, but again, just let go and write something. If this is practice. Hopefully, I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna try to keep doing this type of live stream practice and just uploading it to the channel. Bye.